Hello and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. We have finished every single side request that we need to do, leaving us just with the main quest, Skybound Avatar Conquest. However, we also set ourselves an extra goal between episodes. This was to complete all of the masks and to complete all of the talismans for Juna and Yufa. And I've had a look into exactly what we need to do that, and I really wish I'd looked into it before the previous episode. However, it's still possible and we can still do it. So, what have I learned? Well, first of all, talismans and masks are very different in terms of how they're given to you throughout the game. Talismans, it tends to give you a very specific point outside of the shop. More specifically, it's going to give us a divine talisman in the next main quest dungeon that we do. So, we're going to get the divine talisman that we're missing in there. The rest of them, we're going to have to buy for 300k. That much, we'd already pretty much guessed. So that side of things, pretty easy. The other side of things is less easy. Getting masks is actually incredibly easy if you plan ahead, because masks you can get from a shop in Brawlhaven on Flames Day, Waters Day, Arbor's Day, and Metals Day. Now, the problem is, as you can see, we are in we're in Waters Day, we're past Flames Day, and we're going into Arbor's Day. This means we can only get masks which are available on Arbor's Day and Metals Day, and they cost 25,000 each. This is going to be just a slight problem. We can get 4 out of the 6 masks that we need on these 2 days. You might be saying, what about the other 2 masks? Well, apparently, we can get the Empress mask and we can get the Hierophant mask in the next main quest dungeon. So we're going to have to properly clear the next main quest dungeon to get everything that we need, but as long as I can get these items in these 2 days, we're pretty much set. Now, the problem is that I don't have a spare 100,000 to buy these if I also need to buy the talisman. So that's going to be our problem for today. We need to get 100,000. And we also need to level up all of our party because, well, we currently don't have all of these leveled up. So, that's what we're going to do. And yeah, we're just going to leave and see what we can do about this. Yeah, let's return to town.
Okay, then.
Sure, let's go. Now, the other thing that I have learned is that there is a specific dungeon that is best for grinding in, apparently, because this dungeon gives us the most amount of experience in the least amount of time. And that dungeon is the one that we had where we had the bandits who had taken over. The reason why it's so quick to grind in there is that there are a lot of treasure mimics, and treasure mimics give you a lot of value per enemy. So, yeah, kind of makes sense. Anyway, back to the Grand Trad Tavern. Hate to state the obvious, but we've already accomplished a hell of a lot, haven't we? You may as well already be wearing the crown. Obvious or not, it's an understatement. As far as I'm concerned, only a fool would deny his qualifications for the job now. He possesses not only martial might, but strength of heart. Those are the qualities that make him a most impressive leader.
Let's make it happen.
I'm sure we'll take Luis down, but that's only the beginning, so let's give all of it our best. There we go, I don't know why I said that weirdly. Anyway, we got 4 days left. I think it was just phrased a bit not how I was expecting. Anyway, that's fine.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 4 days remain.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm trying to plan what to do in these 4 days. Pardon? Did you send me a package that contains the Empress White Mask?
Look at this.
No. Although Great Spirit Dust is, like, you know, I'm not going to say no to that. That's actually pretty good. That's, what, 300 healing? With our double item stuff, that's 600 healing.
Smash it all to bits.
Right. So, we are going to head to Brawlhaven, and we're going to head to Seabreeze Street, and we're going to hope that this place is open during the day. If it isn't, it's a huge pain. But let's hope that it is. Right. Hello, little guy. Aha! You see, this is exactly what we wanted. So, on this day, we need a strength and a fortune.
Can we talk?
Yes.
I'm off.
Perfect. And then we also need the fortune mask from this guy. I don't believe we need the rest of it, right? So we need strength and fortune on this day, and the other ones we need are Empress Sun, Hierophant, Judgment. Let's just double check. Yeah, so he doesn't have these, which we didn't expect him to have because, yeah, I already looked it up. So that's fine. Right, in the Gauntlet Runner, first of all, we go to the washroom to facilitate living as a group. Wonderful. Second of all, we're going to go to the pantry, because we might as well grab the free stuff that's in here. Never know, we might make some of it. Alright. Next, we're going to head up here, and do a little save in a new slot. And then, we're going to go to this dungeon that we need to go to. I've forgotten what it's called, but I know where it is.
Right.
And I was told that this is the best one in the comments, and I've done absolutely no checking as to whether that's true or not. So I believe it is this one?
Oh, I don't know.
The Disgraced Ruins.
I don't
Let's go.
think we have any. Yeah, it's your.
Wait, did that say it was dread?
Close.
I just forgot to check. Is that... Oh, it's Blighted. Okay, so actually we're not going to head there. We're actually going to head to exactly where we are, because we're already in it. Actually, we're in Bralhaven. We're going to head to Etreal.
Where to?
And then we're going to head to the Dragon Statue Plaza, because we need to change the weather. We luckily have everything we need for this guy. Hey, look who's back. You know, I felt that sinister presence in the Dragon Temple disappear. I never realized the Forsaken Tower, the Spire of the Blind Faith, and the Tower of Insolence were all connected to the Dragon Temple. Even after all that, you're looking quite cheery. Seems undergoing the trial did you some good. We earned a nice reward and got to hear an interesting story, so it was well worth it. And we have you to thank for telling us about the towers, Edeni. I'm happy I could be of service. Allow me to thank you for ridding the Dragon Temple of that strange presence. I know there's still more for you to do on your journey. I'm confident no matter what comes up, you'll find a way through. Yes, I'd like you to change the weather.
The weather.
Right, and then all the way up here to the correct place. Let's go. Yes.
Now then.
You can have the almighty golden stew.
Thanks.
Cool. And the weather is now changed. Wonderful. So now we can go to the Gauntlet Runner, save, and then head to the Disgraced Ruins, which I hope is the right one. Otherwise, I've just changed the weather for no reason. But I'm fairly certain this is the right dungeon. If not, we can always come back.
Here.
Right.
The clock's ticking.
So, let's head up here and
All right.
Disgraced
I don't
Ruins.
think we have any open requests there. It's your call.
Yeah, let's go.
That's cutting it close.
Great.
I love how they're like, there's no reason to go here, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I know there's no reason to go here, but we need to anyway.
Pick.
Right. Next, we're gonna go down here. Let's grab ourselves a little bit more MP. Right.
This... Understood.
Oh, someone else's laundry. Who have we got this time? It's still Basilio.
Here's how it's done.
I kinda like doing laundry because it feels nice, but this machine, it's so easy, it's a bit of a letdown. Oh, okay. So I think he's just always the person who does laundry with you. It just happens that, yeah, we've run out of dialogue. I guess you're not meant to do laundry that much.
The party makes their way. When
Cool. Right. We've already been here, so we're here purely for the ability to grind. Right. So, let's go in. Also, our sword is so bright. I hadn't noticed that our new sword is incredibly bright. Anyway, we'll do a save in a new slot, and then we'll head in. Right.
Okay,
Let's go.
Let's
I really hope this is the right dungeon. If it's not, well, I know what to do. It's reload the save and pretend like none of this ever happened, but is this the right dungeon? I think it might be. Maybe? Yes, it is. Alright, so we're going to ignore that side of the dungeon. Come straight through here and then go down this way. Because we're looking for where the mimics spawn, basically. Is this the right way? So this is a drop down here. We'll have a look around this way anyway. There's the dead guy. This is not the right way, but that's okay. We'll head back up this way. And then, is it the ladder down here? Just forgetting where to actually go here. Alright, this guy. Defeat him. They're now weak to us, which is great. Down here. And then through this way, and then we have the mimics.
There they are.
So mimics are worth a reasonable amount by themselves, and they get you a lot of money. But this is really what we're looking for.
Looks like they found us.
So this mimic.
That was brilliant.
Nice, which is worth 150 archetype experience, which I think is what we're looking for. It might be better to actually fight them, I'm not sure. Because you will get more if you actually fight, but we'll see. But there was a room that had like lots more mimics. I can't remember where that actually is though. Is it through here? Yeah, I think it might be through this way. Unless these are skeletons. It's very weird coming through an area that we were only just in and then completely just crushing our way through it. Right, down here. Yeah, I'll keep going down here. None of the bandits are in the dungeon anymore, which is also very odd. So it's just a dungeon with no enemies apart from the mimics. Right. If I can find out where the mimics are, then I can at the very least get like a path for continually redoing them. This one's a good place for them. Right. Oh, and they drop jeweled roots. Oh, now I see. Okay, so going to cat might be good, although I don't... Can we fast travel to the cat? I don't think so, right? We can only fast travel to Magla Hollows. Let's head up this way. See where this takes us. This is round here. Yeah. I think I've got where I need to go. I'm just counting how many are around in my head. So we can kill like 4 trip. So if we go out here, there's more around there, but this is where we fought the other mimic, and then we fought one around the corner as well. Yes, okay. So our route in is basically run in, get to this point, go down, go through, and then we're done. Oh, we don't want to go that way. We actually want to go back up again. And then every time we enter and re-enter this place, it should respawn these guys, right? Yeah. This way. And then we can use the cat as the reset. Because usually we wouldn't have to run out. We would just cat out. I just wanted to check the route before I committed to doing this. Alright. Well, just as a place to start, we can now give these jeweled roots to Basilio. Or martial artist. Then Hero's Leaf of Light, we can also give to Basilio. Cool. And it gets us, so it gets us about 800 Archetype XP plus 1 jeweled root. That's what we've got so far. Might get more as we continue to do this, but right. Let's head back in. Right, and then we get to the cat, and the cat's the reset.
What now?
Right, so we got 2 jeweled roots this time, which is huge.
I can use this.
Yeah, and again. And then more of these. So that's going to get him leveled up. And then we go... yeah, then we leave. Yep, and then we repeat it.
Leave it to me.
That's not too bad. Yeah, at this rate, we'll have him leveled up in like another trip. Or another 2 trips, sorry. Yeah, so that was worth 300. So we're probably getting like 500 XP each time we do it, plus the jeweled roots. Okay. I've had worse grinding locations. Right, and then we leave. It's also nice that it ends with the cat that sends you back. Because we could have done something like this, say, in the Dragon Temple. We could have done like a whole run. Would have taken longer, and we would have had to have got back by ourselves. Or we would have had to have taken an elevator to a Magla Hollow. This one, at least, you can just reset. There we go. 2 jeweled roots. Perfect. So there's one there. And then again. And then again. Cool. This is going to be him at 17. Also, he got a really cool ability there. Which I completely just skipped past. So that... Oh. Archetype details. Basilio. There we go. He got Unyielding Blood. Allows one ally to endure 1 fatal attack, restoring them to full HP once per battle. What's really cool about that is in previous games you would need to have that on every character, right? In order to survive something like that.
Leave it to me.
But in this game, it allows an ally to survive. Also gives you a benefit, it gives you a reward for making Basilio tanky, in that he can survive the hit naturally, and then he brings an ally back. Which is great. Also, it's getting us good actual XP here. Not Archetype XP, but like XP for the individual characters. So they're all now getting back up to a reasonable level. Right. So we should level him up after this one.
Gallica.
Which would be
Leave
good.
it to me.
Oh, Royal Summoner got a new ability.
What
What did
now?
you get, Royal Summoner? Royal Summoner. Summon the Harvest God. Revives any allies from KO and restores all to full HP. Costs a lot of MP, but very nice. Oh, and
What now?
here we go. Jeweled Root. Basilio. Yeah, it's fine. And then Leaf of Light.
I learned a new ability.
Battle Master prevents poison, malady, paralysis, hex, burn, and frostbite. And increases max HP by 30. Nice. And now, Basilio, it is time for you to be a Royal Berserker. The true heroic embodiment of the Berserker. Its strike attacks break resistances and pulverize foes.
I see.
So, what does he get? He gets Wanton Destruction as a base ability. Oh, not as a synthesis. That's so good. Okay. Yeah, and it only costs 20 MP. That's actually incredible. The synthesis ability we've been using, which needs a lot of setup, he can now set up with Charge Wanton Destruction. Alright. Removes buff effects and raises max HP by 30. Oh. And he's got a debuff to all enemies, and honestly, he's just incredibly strong. Like, everything is this gives him 30% extra damage on it. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, if he gets a critical hit, he doesn't tend to do those, but the rest of it is it's incredible. Yeah, let's study.
Fascinating.
Ah, the Royal Berserker. You might call this power the most complete expression of Basilio's way of life.
This right here.
The power to be a new ruler's hammer is the pillar needed to change the world. This archetype is the pinnacle of its form, that which binds all heroic tales of the Berserker together.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I'm counting on you.
So it turns we're about 430,000 mag over what I estimated, which means that we needed, like, without grinding at this point, we would still have 60k mag. It's crazy.
Of course.
And hero so valiant heart, by shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as an eternal berserker. Although you could argue that this grinding as well is leading into it, and it would have had other knock-on effects, but anyway. I hear the voices of past hero souls. O masterful hero, one who hath faced and conquered thy anxieties, the deepest and most powerful secrets of the Berserker we bestow upon thee. Damn, this is really something. My blood's really boiling.
I'll do it.
The Royal Berserker. Even a guy like me who solves problems by bashing into them can become a hero like this. Ain't gonna change who I am at heart though. All it means is that I'm gonna fight 100 times harder than I did. Oh,
Use this.
we'll switch into the new class, and we now have every royal class, which, I'll be honest, I did expect the game to acknowledge in some way, but alright. And now, Stroll. Start leveling your royal warrior. I think I do want to level them up a little bit. So we're going to do some more grinding here.
What?
Yes.
All right.
So now I want to give Stroll the extra stuff while I level up the other classes. And then hopefully this grinding will, like, speed itself up once Stroll finishes. So that was another 3 jeweled roots. Yeah. Alright. It's pretty good. Oh, he's almost there. I think he might get it just naturally anyway. Right.
What?
As in without us needing to give him any more of these.
Leave it to me.
That'll now mean that he's maxed out, and then we can work on next people. Right. In here.
There they are.
Oh, there we go. He finished, and he got a stat up.
What
Ooh.
now?
What stat did he get? I have no idea. It was probably strength, if I had to guess. But yeah, he now has Noble Warrior Soul. If he defeats an enemy with a physical attack, no turn icon is lost. Fantastic. So he is now done. How's everyone else looking in terms of Archetype XP? Yeah, Hulkenberg's getting up there. But yeah, it's basically just Basilio that's really far behind. Right, Hulkenberg. Let's get you Royal Knight a couple of times. Plus a little bit more. So she's about 2 runs through from getting hers maxed out. Although, we should now get an extra Hero's Leaf of Light every 2 runs, because we'll get one from Stroll as well. Hey, Hulkenberg leveled up, and we got a Royal Thief level up for free as well. Hulkenberg. There we go. So she is now getting there. Leave.
What?
Right.
Gallica.
Let's head back.
Right, Hulkenberg. And then a little bit more. Gets her to rank 19. One more gets her finished.
What?
Right. Leave.
All right.
Let's call it.
And then we can get her up to 20. Right. Okay.
A new means of
Perfect.
protection.
Noble Knight Soul adds 1 turn icon after a proclamation skill is used. Does not apply if caster is incapacitated. Oh, also, doesn't specifically apply to Hulkenberg. Right? It says, does not apply if caster is incapacitated. This means that you could cast it, or like this could have potentially triggered while Hulkenberg was incapacitated. But because, yeah, and that would have meant that somebody other than Hulkenberg could have proclamated. Which means that what you can do with this is you can actually effectively use the proclamations to skip a turn without skipping a turn. Right? Because if you give people proclamation while she has this, although it's going to mess the enemy's AI up with taunts and like lots of people having it, it'll mean that you can use a proclamation instead of you skipping your turn. Huh. Also doesn't appear to be limited, so you can just constantly do that. And it also means that Hulkenberg, if you have her in the party, can be there without using a turn all the time. Huh. I assume it's only giving you a half turn, not like a full turn icon, but still. Very good. And she gets 5 endurance. Goes up to 94. Alright, she's getting to the point where we don't want to give her endurance items anymore. Right. So now, we can continue doing this, but now we're getting XP from
What?
Stroll from and from
Alright.
Hulkenberg.
Leave it to me.
So now, all of that is going to go into the next person. Who's going to be Heisman. Hey, we leveled up, which is actually cool as well, because we can put our points in here. I want to get an agility point. Nice. And then we got some jeweled roots. We got 3 of them this time. So it turns out probability did work out in the long run, because we got better than we should get on that run. Right. Leave.
What?
Let's use it.
In that case.
Leave it to me.
I guess I could put on the Archetype XP item as well, and then that would allow us to generate more. But I don't think it's a ton more. Right. It's now level 18 there. Cool. So now I think another run and a half will get us him done. So I'll just do 2 runs without giving him anything, and then we'll give him all in one go.
Leave it to me.
Hopefully, assuming these 2 runs get us a normal amount of stuff. Right. Heading here. Three. There we go. Depletes all of an enemy's turn icons if their attack is dodged. Would have been huge in the previous fight that we did, where they got themselves 8 turn icons and we dodged repeatedly. And he gets an agility increase of 5. Wow. Oh, his agility is at 98. He's very close to not needing agility items. Alright. So now he's done. Juna. Royal Mass Dancer. Let's level this one up a little bit. Just he's now level 13. So I think it's 4 runs or something we need to do this time.
What?
For us to get
In
enough.
that case.
Let's head back. What?
Right. Leave.
In that case.
Let's call it.
Then let's do it again. So let's make sure those guys are dead, which they
Looks
are.
like we're safe for now.
Perfect. We're going to do a save here, and then we're going to reload. So record my journey in a new slot for now. There we go.
Yep.
So now,
What now?
system, load, that save. So it takes pretty much no time to load the save. And the enemies are not back. Okay, so it saves the current state of the dungeon. Oh well. It was worth a try.
What?
You know,
All right.
Leave it to me.
gives us a chance to do something different. Right, back in we go. So I think that was 3 runs, right? So a little bit less than I said, but let's go. And that gets you up to level 16. And then... So it's going to be like another, 3 runs to get us the rest of the level.
What?
Cool. We can do
Alright.
that.
Let's call it.
In that case.
Let's call it.
Right, let's head back. And then we're going to go back in here again. For 8 jeweled roots. Wow. 3, 4, 5. Switch off. Leaf of Light.
I knew I could do it.
Noble Dancer Soul prevents turn icon loss when enemy is defeated using fire, ice, electric, wind, light, dark, or almighty magic. Cool. And then more magic. So she's at 92 magic. Wow. And now we're leveling Yufa. So let's stick these points in there. And then all 7 of these. So she's now pretty much where we started Haizume's one. So 3 or 4 runs I think will get us there for her.
Gallica.
Let's head back.
Let's do that. And then back in. And then it's back into the same loop again.
Marvelous.
More level ups
I
to
feel
70.
stronger already.
Let's do this again. Leave.
What?
In that case.
Let's head back.
So we got a lot of Heroes Leaf of Lights there, but not too much of everything else. Let's leave
What?
and head back.
In that case.
Leave it to me.
How far are we off?
No.
Do you reckon? We got 4 of those. Yufa. 1, 2.
I feel new power.
Summon Dragon
surging
God
within me.
Modify. Deals extreme magic fire damage to all enemies. Decrease their attack and defense for 3 turns. Great. A bit more of that. And then a huge amount of Leaf of Lights. So she is about a level and a half off. Perfect. Well, that's about
What?
1 to 2
All right.
runs.
Leave it to me.
So we'll do 2 runs and then we'll see where we're at. And then that should just leave us with Basilio. So, back in here again. For run number 1. Another jeweled route.
Was that the end? Then?
Wonderful. Let's do another
Lead
run.
the way.
Nice find.
No jeweled roots,
But it
huh?
could be useful.
None.
What now?
Oh, we got one. Never mind. I just missed it. Right, Hero's Leaf of Light.
I've acquired a new
And
ability.
Noble Summoner's Soul. If a wielder defeats an enemy with summoning magic, no turn icon is lost. And increases max MP by 30. Great. And now Basilio. It's time to level Royal Berserker, which is only at level 7. But should level up very, very quickly with all of our party contributing.
In that case.
Let's call it.
Right. Back out here. Probably like 4 runs of this. So, back in. Let's do it again. Don't think we got any jeweled roots there. Alright, back to the start and we'll do it again. Hey, we got a jeweled root.
That'll do
Nice. Great. Perfect.
We're done.
And now, we can put all of this into Basilio. So, keep leveling him up.
I'm getting stronger.
Nice. Systematic destruction. Deals extreme physical strike damage to one enemy. Ignores resistances. Very nice. And then the jeweled root into Basilio. Makes him level 12. Alright. So it's going to need like another 8 runs or something like that.
All right.
Let's
That's
head back.
okay. There's a jeweled root. Let's go. Let's do this again. Perfect.
Let's stash that
Ton
somewhere
of cool items there.
What now?
Let's give these all to Basilio. So there's level 14 for him.
I learned
Now
a
level
new
15
ability.
gets increased strike damage. It's now level 16. Wait, is that as far as he gets there? Yes. Okay, level 16. Leave. Let's go.
All right.
Let's call it.
There they are.
And kill these things.
On your toes, everyone.
Right.
That was
Back
the
to the
last
loop.
of them.
We'll do one more of these and then that should be enough XP. Ooh, that's a lot of jeweled roots. Is that all the XP we need? Almost certainly. So, keep leveling him. 4, 5, 6. So that gets him up to rank 19 and
I can use
20. Noble Berserker's Soul. If wielder lands a critical hit with a physical attack, no turn icon is lost. And his strength increases by 5. So his strength is now 92. That's insanity. And that is now every single royal class leveled to the maximum. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to leave here then. That seems good. How much money do we have?
What now?
421,000. That's pretty good. Right.
What?
Let's actually leave.
Gallica.
Then-
Leave it to me.
We're going to go to... Well, we're going to save and we're going to go to Academia. Just to see if there's anything new in there for doing all of that. I don't know if there is anything new for doing all of that, but we'll see. Right.
Now, where
Let's head
was
off.
I?
Into Academia. Also changes the music, which is quite nice. Nothing, really?
Incredible.
Oh, there we go. Actually, there is something else. Incredible that you could awaken not only the prince, but the power of all the royal archetypes besides. Well, seeing as you've come this far, I believe I can finally entrust this book to you.
This right here.
It is entitled Chronicle of the End. It's not a chronicle of time as you might expect, but rather an ancient fearsome magic now lost. That said, I do not think the magic itself is evil. In fact, in your hands, it could be used to great purpose. Chronicle of the End?
Make yourself at home.
What is that? Anything else for mastering them?
Welcome.
No. Okay. This got anything?
In truth,
What?
Yeah, it's names. Yeah, he
That's
told us that
right.
last time. Okay. What is Chronicle of the End? Chronicle of the End? I'm just trying to figure out how we would even find it. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? Yeah, these are all the vessels. These are all the keys. Wait. I thought of a way of finding it. Can I sort? Can I change sort? No. I was hoping I could sort things. Fancy novel. It looked like a key, right? Chronicle of the Ends. Yeah, so past these ones. Chamber room, altar key, priestess heart. Maybe it was above the vessels. It might be. Oh, the Chronicle of the End. A book said to contain the truth about the destruction of the world. Alright. No win. Like, okay. Not what I expected. Hello, cat. He's so soft and clean. Right, well now I've done that.
What now?
Let's, Hero's Leaf of Light, us, Tycoon. Let's start leveling that up to max. And then, yeah. Guess it's time to leave this place and go back to reality. I think we have enough money now as well. So let's, save and then head back. So I think that's pretty much perfect in terms of money.
Hey.
Head back to town. Let's leave. So, makes it nighttime. Back to the Grand Trad Tavern.
About that time, eh, chap?
Yeah, it's just telling me how many days we've got left. That's okay. No problem. And now,
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 3 days remain.
it seems Barden sent me a letter and a package while I was out traveling.
Look at this.
Oh, here's incense. Thank you. Don't really need it, but thank you.
There's no.
Smash it all to bits.
Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's 100 XP. I guess we'll take it. Head on here. Don't really know where I'm going because we're going to the
Let's
Gauntlet
head there
Runner.
right away.
Actually, don't know if we even need to go to the. We didn't need to go to the Gauntlet Runner, I guess, but we can go here and grab ourselves 100 XP. Also, did I do any cooking on the last Gauntlet Runner trip? I don't think I did. Oh well, we have everything we need anyway. I'm not going to worry about it. It's earlier than all the grinding I did, so it's practically, you know, like, it's unrecoverable.
Where
Let's
to?
just put it that way. Brylehaven,
Let's go.
Seabreeze Street. Let's go speak to a Yugi. So, through here, all the way over to this little guy. Hello. Right, so I want to buy from you. Let's just see here. What have I got on day 4? Sun? Yes, I want to buy the sun from you.
Talk.
I'll do that.
I'm off.
Wonderful. Next, I want to buy judgment from you.
Can we talk?
Yep.
I'm off.
So that's sun and judgment bought there. If he has Empress or Hierophant, then we'll take him. He does not have Empress or Hierophant. Wonderful. Now, what we need to do is we need to head back to Academia,
All right then.
which
All right.
is in the Gauntlet
go.
Runner. That's going to be our easiest way of getting there. So we'll head downstairs here, and we'll speak to, speak to more. Hello.
Now, where?
Let's go. Back to Academia. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What we're looking for here is a dancer's mask. Equipped to use dancing skills, adds a resistance to ice and a weakness to electric. Let's go. So we'll make that one. Dancer's mask. Mind mask. Equipped to use almighty light and dark magic, adds a resistance to ice and a weakness to electric. Let's go. I've realized we may have run into another issue, but I'll think about it in a second. And then the muscle mask. Equipped to use slash, pierce, and strike skills, adds a resistance to fire and a weakness to wind. Cool. So we should be missing Hierophant and Empress here. We're missing Hierophant, Empress, that's correct. I did realize that I've made a minor error. We are also missing these Hierophant ones. We're not going to get all of these, probably. Well, it depends how many Hierophant ones there are in the final dungeon, right? Basically. Unless I can find another dungeon that has Hierophant drops. I could have a look. I could have a look. But yeah, we've got a lot of these. What do these masks do? Oh, I didn't happen to pick up any more talismans, did I? Probably not, right? No. Okay. Let's have a little look.
What now?
So, that's not where we needed to go. In here, Juna, what do these do? Masks. There we go, some muscle masks. Let's see what it looks like now. So you get Slice, Heavy Rush, and Frenzy. Okay, we're probably not going to use that one. Oh, back in here. Mind Mask. You get Megidola, Hamadine, and Mudodyne. Nice. And then Dancer's Mask. Thunderhead Dance, so electric, wind, and light versions of your ice and fire ones. And then that's it. Okay. Oh, you also have the Did I ever look at these? Yeah, I think I did look at these before. Destroyer's Mask? Which one? Devil Summoners I probably didn't look at. Yeah, so you can summon Fairy, Fallen, and Genma. And Genma. Cool. But we... what's the other one we got you? Warlock's Mask. There we go. Mudodyne, Hyper, and Makara Break. Negates one enemy's repel magic skill. Cool. Alright, we're going to leave you in Dragoon. So that still seems best.
What now?
So we're just missing Hierophant. Let me just score off what we've already got here on my list. So we've got Judgment, Fortune, Sun, and Strength. We're missing Empress, which is main quest. We know we can get a Hierophant in the main quest. I don't know how many. Cool. Now, we are going to leave here and we're going to go to Etria. For two purposes. Well, maybe two purposes. I was thinking we might change... Has that always been chained off? That's kind of weird. Anyway, I was thinking we might change the weather, but I've realized that we're only going to change the weather if we're going to main quest. Otherwise, I don't know where we're going. But let's head here. I want to head down this way. Oop. Over here. And hello.
What'll it be?
Oh, I want to sell things too as well.
Now then.
The selling got us not nearly as much as I thought it would. Alright, we're looking for a talisman of the Avian, of the Avatar, and of the Femme. Let's do it. Right, now we're going to go back to more, do more experiments here. And then we will hop back to... yeah, we'll do the more experiments here. And then we will probably go to a cut as I try and find a Hierophant thing.
Welcome.
That makes sense. Right. So, we can now make the Trident Vessel. A vessel for elite summoners to call upon Fury. Trident Vessel. Trying to think what this would be. Is this Odin? I don't know. Oh, no, it's probably Brahma. Just judge it. Trying to remember the Hindu gods that are in the games. Probably that one. Alright. Cool. And then we just need one Talisman of the Divine, which we know is in the main quest. Wonderful. Right. Time for me to go and see if there's a dungeon where we can get that Hierophant mask, or if there are multiple Hierophant masks in the main quest. Right, so I've looked up the Hierophant stuff. We can get the Hierophant from enemies that sound like they respawn in the final dungeon, which is fantastic. And I also had a look at Chronicle of the End, because I was like, that reminds me of something. There's something that's in the back of my head. Like, have we heard that before? Yes, we have. It's the item that you need to use this synthesis skill. We're probably not going to use it. It sounds really good, but we're probably not going to use it. But, yeah, that's what that unlocks. The reason we're not going to use it is, well, in fights where we'd want to use it, it'll probably trivialize the fight, and we'd prefer to do it in a more interesting manner. And then in other fights, we're probably going to have better ways to deal more damage. Over the course of 4 turns, we can almost certainly deal more than 1,000 or than 10,000 damage. So, yeah, it's not useful in some fights, and in other fights, it's too useful. So that's probably why it won't get used. Anyway, that is now us done
You'll come again.
everything that isn't main quest, right? We have done absolutely everything we can do that is not main quest, as far as I'm aware.
What now?
Which means, hey Adeni,
Hey,
I'd like you to change the weather.
the weather.
I would like you to change the weather over here.
And that's where you want to go.
No, where is it?
Ooh.
I'm in the wrong place. There we go.
Ooh,
At Skybound Avatar.
Sorry.
My apologies. The weather there appears beyond my powers at the moment. Oh, it's already dread. Never mind. You didn't need to change it. Perfect. Well, in which
Let's
case,
go.
let's go to the Gauntlet Runner. Let's switch ourselves
Alright then.
over to
Where to?
Grand Trad.
Let's go.
Sure. And then we'll head back out again in a second. And then I think we're ready to,
All
I
right.
think we're ready to go.
Let's go.
Yeah. We are now 100% ready. Wait, can we go up the top here, by the way? No, okay. We are now 100% ready to do the main quest. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.